So let's not just take Coach Divine's words for it. This is Simon Sinek talking about positive reinforcement, whether you do it to others or yourself, it's the same concept.
Has ever been in a leadership position is guilty of forming a narrative about someone as an underperformer. Oh, they screw up everything. And then what ends up happening is all we do is think about them and treat them as an underperformer. And all we do is notice the things that they get wrong. And then when we give them feedback sessions, it's usually us correcting minor things over and over and over again to the point where we completely destroy their confidence. And
So he's talking about the feelings and vibes you give someone else, particularly from a leadership position. Are you sending out the negativity, or are you accentuating the positivity?
Recommend, and by the way, we're all guilty of this. And I think it's essential for leadership teams to check each other, that when somebody goes down a path of creating a narrative that someone is an underperformer as if it's a character flaw, that we interrupt that and say, is that true? What have they gotten right? What are they good at? And if you catch people doing things right versus always catching them doing things wrong, that positive reinforcement is so much more powerful than catching them doing things wrong.
And we're not just talking about catching others and teaching them to focus on the things that they're doing right. We're also talking about doing this for yourself. So catching yourself doing, focusing on the things that you're doing wrong instead of the things that you're doing right. And that first word mantra meditation can really help you with that. So let's take a look at the third part. We talked about staying focused. Speaking of focus, as it relates to Chibario, that whatever your word, or maybe it's this word in particular, whatever your thing is, you can use it, let it act as a mental cue to stay focused on whatever you're doing as well. Like in today, man, like when you're at work, even doing this podcast, like you're continually interrupted, whether it's your phone or the internet or just thoughts or people in your periphery, whatever it is, you can use this term to stay focused on task. Sometimes my brain is very ADHD based, and I'm sort of going from one thing to the other, and I need a little exercise or a mantra or word or whatever that can help bring me back. And I use that. I use, whatever. So this is Andrew Huberman, take him or leave him, however you want. But he's going through a quick little exercise here on how to reset the brain, how to delete the cache and tell yourself you're starting something new, and to stay focused.
Our visual attention on one particular point is incredibly effective for all types of goal pursuit. So let's apply this visual tool in a very simple way to any type of goal that you want to pursue. Maybe it's a workout, maybe it's a cognitive work of some particular sort. You're going to focus your visual attention on one point beyond your peripersonal space. So it could be on your computer, it could be on the wall, it could be a horizon, it could be at a distance. And you're going to focus your visual attention there. And with some effort, you're going to hold your visual attention for 30 to 60 seconds. You might blink, that's okay, but you're going to try and hold your visual attention there. So no moving your head around, no diverting your attention to other locations. Some people will find it very easy to do, other people will find it quite hard. So for people who have ADHD and focus issues and attentional issues, this can be effective. For people who don't, this can also be effective. Again, it places your brain and body into a state of readiness. And then the idea is to move into the particular actions that bring you closer to your goal.
Wow. So I tried this a few times when I first came across this short here, and I couldn't do it. I was trying to just stay focused on the blue dot from the camera here, where it's red when it's off. But I found myself worrying about or thinking about like messages or things out on the internet or whatever. It can really, really help calm your mind or whatever. So you can use your Chibario mantra or whatever you're using and pair it with this, and it can help you really get zeroed in before you start some work or if you find yourself getting off track. Okay, it's like a physical little meditation point that you can practice. So, promised you 4 points.